This is what they play for. Welcome into the first round of the Flyers Cup AA bracket for the number 2 seed Haverford Fords and the number 15 seed Souderton Indians. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Luke Meeline. Tonight we've got the first of 2 games here at the stadium. The 2 versus 15 seed, and later on tonight the 7 seed Conestoga Pioneers taking on the 10 seed Neshaminy Redskins. But first, we've got to focus on the Haverford Fords, the reigning Flyers Cup AA bracket champions, getting their first crack back in the tournament against the Souderton Indians. We are underway here at the stadium. Flipping that one in and moving after it is Grossman. He'll chase after it for the Indians. The first period is one that Haverford has dominated this season, outscoring their opponents 27-9 in the opening frame. Here's Carson moving into the slot. That one's poked away. Nice defense by Ryan. We'll see if Souderton can slow this game down early, sort of get into a rhythm, because these 2 versus 15 seed matchups can usually get out of hand pretty fast. Here's Hartman centering pass. That one's knocked away and moving back the other way of the Indians. Souderton will get a quick change, and now they'll move into the zone, into the slot. A slow backhander on Janney, who will cover up. Jay Janney, the goaltender on last season's all-tournament team for the Flyers Cup AA bracket, one of 4 members of the Fords to make the all-tournament team a season ago. Just about a minute into play here, and the Fords will control, try and take it the other way. That one's off the stick of Hartman, and it's taken away. The Indians trying to apply some pressure. It's Lanzalotti going after it in the corner. Chip back behind the net. Fighting for it was McCormick. That one's centered in front, and now the Fords will move back the other way. With some speed, it's Scuderi. Scuderi wheeling in, backhand pass. That shot is saved! And the whistle is blown. Then maybe the net came loose, but the official blew the play dead. The puck was clearly still loose. A prime opportunity for the Fords, but a big save from Noah Connor. Connor comes into this one with an 85% save percentage, 5-6 on the year. Over 500 minutes in net for this Indian squad. Now moving the other way, it's Grossman. Dishing it off for Chow, trying to move it ahead. He loses control and is taken by Nate Rabadam. Now it's loose in the slot, and the Fords will control. Moving it ahead. Molesky back behind the net looking for an outlet. McClatchy will flip it back behind the net. Molesky was there waiting for it. Rabadam can't control, and there's a whistle on the play again. An arm up in the air, and it looks like we've got our first penalty of the night. And this one looks like it'll be against Seth Grossman for the Indians, and the Fords will get on the power play. Grossman so important for this Indians team, leads them in goals with 13, points with 19, but he will be off the ice for the next 2 minutes, and the Fords have the man advantage. The Rabadam brothers playing catch, and now it trips back behind the net, trying to get it clear as Pavazan. He's met by a couple of Fords. It's kept in, moving into the slot. Dropping it off for Carson, inside! Oh, and the shot goes just wide. A prime opportunity for Ryan McGlade on the doorstep, and it drifted just wide of the outside post. 90 seconds remain on the Fords power play. Already putting some pressure on Souderton, and there's a turnover in the slot. A near opportunity for the Indians to go back the other way shorthanded. But they are doing a good job wasting some clock here on the Fords power play. And again, another turnover. It'll be cleared right back in on Janney. A solid effort from the Indians, and the Fords really just trying to get set. We saw when they were set on the opening opportunity of this power play, they got it right on net. Now slowing things down is Nate Rabadam. He'll send one on net, deflected just wide by McGlade. Again, sitting on that doorstep, Ryan McGlade. Into the slot. Moving with it is Scuderi. He'll wheel all the way around. Down low. Trying to wrap around to the other side. 35 seconds on the power play for the Fords. That shot got through. It's blocked. Save, rebound. They score! He didn't miss it this time. Ryan McGlade on the doorstep puts the Fords ahead 1-0. The initial save was made by Connor's left pad, but Ryan McGlade, his 8th goal of the season, his first goal of the Flyers Cup, and the Fords are out to the 1-0 lead. All it took was the Fords just getting the puck in the offensive zone, and they were good from there. A couple of prime opportunities. Connor made some initial saves, but the puck remained loose, and McGlade took advantage. We mentioned this is a period that the Fords have dominated this season. Rabidam now moving in. His backhander is saved. Back into the corner. Centering one in front. Saved by Connor, and he'll dive on top of it. We'll see if Noah Connor can settle back into this game. Just over 4 minutes gone by in the opening period. And the Indians will have to help him out as well. There have been some clear lanes right to the net for the Fords. The Fords win it. McCormick will send one from the high point. Deflected just wide. Into the corner. McGlade with it. Knocked back out to the point. It'll be flipped back in by Johnson. McGlade the first one there. Centers one for Brawley. It's off his stick. Back the other way come the Indians looking to respond. That one will be chipped back behind the net. Jackson McCormick back to get it. Drifts to the corner, and now he'll handle for the Fords. Out pass is floated all the way through. Knocked away this time by Sean Ryan. But the Fords speeding right back into that zone. They're getting some fresh skates on the ice. You see Owen Rabidam there still pressuring. As that puck drifts all the way back out to the neutral zone. Scuderi couldn't find it. Now it'll be chipped back in by Alexander for the Indians. Fords again, like we've seen many times in these opening minutes, just trying to settle things down behind their net and get a run going the other way. That puck was momentarily stuck in the equipment of Hartman. It eventually drops down, and now he'll chase after it back behind the net. He's met by Malanga. Maneuvering with it and trying to get rid of it was Smith, and now it'll go all the way back down to the other end. No icing called. The Indians, a nice effort to keep it in, and then it drifts out over the Haverford bench and out of play. Not a lot of action for Jay Janney so far, the Fords goaltender, but on the other side, the Indians' Noah Connor has faced a plethora of shots, some prime opportunities right in front of the net, one of them being rammed home by Ryan McGlade. Now it'll be sent from the circle. It's blocked. It's sitting in the slot, and now finally the Fords nearly get it away, but Jacob Chow able to smash it back in. Pushing it back the other way, it's McClatchy. Sends it into the corner, McClatchy. And that one goes just beyond the blue line. The Fords will have to touch back up to avoid offside. There's a big hit from behind. It looked like it was Molesky. That pass knocked away. Brawley trying to fight for it, couldn't quite control. And now a spinning pass is made by Fadden to clear it out. The Indians doing a good job lessening the action in front of Noah Connor, but really not getting any offensive opportunities for themselves. And the Fords, we know the pressure they can apply. They are relentless. Moving in front, spinning shot, they score! It's number 2 for the Fords, and it's number 2 for Ryan McGlade. A great start for the Fords. Just over 10 minutes to go here in this first period. The Fords dominating early. The reigning Flyers Cup AA bracket champions get another opportunity, and they score. It's McGlade again. A first period hat trick for Ryan McGlade. Relentless pursuit. The Fords will not stop. This is a team that's no stranger to domination in the Flyers Cup. Outscored their opponents 27-5 in their wins last season in the Flyers Cup. A 3-0 lead, and now Souderton takes a timeout. You don't want this one to get much more out of hand. Just 7 minutes into this one, a 3-0 Haverford lead. The number 2 seed in this bracket, 14-2 this season. We mentioned last season's reigning champions. This season, they're the Central Division champions in the ICSHL, defeating Springfield 3-2 in the title game back on March 3rd. Team's on a current 10-game winning streak, so they are on fire, and they've done it so far without one of their best players, Jagger McClellan, not with the team on the bench right now. Not quite sure if it's an injury, but no McClellan to be found, but no McClellan needed so far, as the Fords have been just as dominant. McClellan, last year's Flyers Cup AA MVP. 10-10 to go. The team's back out on the ice. We'll see if the Indians are able to make any sort of push against this Haverford forecheck. And the Fords will try and push it right back in. It's Carson chasing after it with Ryan of the Indians. McGlade back behind the net. Gets it out to the point. McGlade will backhand it behind the net. Chasing after it is Brawley. Flips it off for McGlade. Now a loose stick is in the air. That was Carson's stick that went up, and the Indians able to get it back to the point, but not further than McGlade. And his pass is chipped up into the boards. The Fords continue to control. That one swirled in front. I don't think Connor knew where it was, but it went through the blue paint and stayed out. Back the other way into the slot. That shot! Oh, it went off the crossbar and nearly in. Right over the left shoulder of Jay Janney. A prime opportunity for the Indians, their best look of the night, but it remains 3-0 Haverford. Some fresh skates on the ice for the Fords. The Indians will try and push it the other way. It's taken away by Johnson. Pushing it ahead is Rabadam. Spinning with it, Owen Rabadam tried to find Hartman on a spinning pass. It was knocked away. But the Fords' pursuit, they keep it in momentarily, and now it's cleared all the way down. And Janney will let it go by him. It's our first icing of the night. 8:37 to go. The first game here at the stadium of our 2 tonight in the first round of the Flyers Cup, presented by SFBN on the Flyers Cup YouTube channel. We've got other games going on right now. Cumberland Valley leading Downingtown East 4-3 after 2 periods. That's the number 9 seed taking down the number 8 seed so far. Pennsbury up 7-3 over O.J. Roberts, the 4 seed and the 13 seed. In that one, Avongrove ahead 2-1. That's the 5 seed over the 12 seed CB East. 8.5 to go here as Haverford still trying to put more goals on the board. That's Katsy. That one knocked out of the air by Connor with his glove. Sometimes you need your goaltender to make a couple of spectacular saves to keep you in some of these big games, especially against a team like the Fords. That one's taken away momentarily. Moving in is Owen Rabadam, and he lost control. The puck drifts back, and moving the other way is Liam O'Neill for the Indians. O'Neill into the slot, loses control. Spinning with it and slowing it down is Nate Rabadam. Makes a nice move. He is flying through the neutral zone. Rabadam from coast to coast. That shot is saved by Connor. Got the right hand out to knock that one out. The Indians getting some fresh skates on the ice. And a reminder, there is a bit of a disparity between the amount of players on each team, at least on the rosters. We were given 20 players on the Indians roster, 37 on the Fords, as that one is saved up high off the stick of Connor Lill. But a nice play by Noah Connor to bring it in with the glove. .7:23 to go. Still not very many shots for the Indians. They had one shot off the crossbar, and that was really it in terms of good chances. And it's really been a game dominated by the Fords in these first 10 minutes of play. Lill and Molesky fighting for it. McClatchy had it in the slot momentarily, and it's Lill, and he scores! Connor Lill fires it home. It's his third goal of the season, and the freshman is on the board for the first time in the Flyers Cup. It is a 4-0 lead here in period number 1. And we saw this Fords team get out and win 12-1 over North Penn in the first round of last season's Flyers Cup. And they seem to be on their way to doing the same here to Souderton. An unbelievable effort for a team looking to repeat. The reigning AA champions with some speed. That one is shot wide by Brawley. Into the corner. That pass, that clear attempt is knocked down by the referee. It'll stay in for the Fords. Brawley and Carson battle for it. That one's chipped up into the netting and out of play off the stick of Pavazin. 6:41 to go. This Indians team still looking for some offense. They've got 2 goal scorers, 2 players with at least 10 goals scored this season. Everyone else with at least 6 or less. They really rely on the sticks of Seth Grossman, their leading scorer at 13, and Nicholas Smith, their second leading scorer with 10 goals this season. So those are the guys the Indians are going to be looking to get the puck, get some opportunities, because otherwise it could be a long night on the offensive end for Souderton. That puck drifted on the boards. Trying to move ahead with it was Nate Rabadam. And now he'll just take it into the corner and drop it off for Ben Katzey. And there's a turnover in the slot. A nice opportunity there. It was Lanzalotti that had a chance at it, couldn't keep his footing, and that one is sent all the way down, but it won't get far enough for icing, and now the Indians will turn and take it the other way as the Fords try and get us change out there. And now an icing is back the other way against the Indians, so the Fords will be back in the offensive zone. Over 11 minutes gone by in this opening period. The Fords lead 4-0. 3 of them off the stick of Ryan McGlade, a first period hat trick, and the other for the freshman Connor Lill. 2 freshmen with all 4 goals in this game. We talk about this Fords team being the reigning Flyers Cup champions, but they're doing it with guys that don't have Flyers Cup experience. That'll certainly serve them well as this bracket moves on. Hartman pushes that one ahead. It'll be stuck at around the blue line. Now to be chipped out by the Indians. And we've got another icing against Souderton. Jay Janney over there just skating around, trying to keep his legs warm. Hasn't faced too many shots here today. Meanwhile, on the other end, Noah Connor's been peppered with shots. As mentioned before, 11 appearances this season, 5-6, with an 85% save percentage. But he's faced a lot of shots, over 400 this season in 560 minutes played. That shot is swallowed up by Janney. An opportunity for Nicholas Smith. That's one of the guys we pointed out that has to get going for this Indians offense to start rolling. And a nice shot there, Jay Janney, proving he's still out there. Back out to the point. It'll be swung all the way back behind the net. Fighting for it is Lanzalotti. That one will be centered in front. No one was home for the Indians. A nice play initially made by Alexander to set up a potential opportunity, but no Indians were sitting in the slot. Back the other way with some speed. Here come the Fords. That'll be flipped in on Connor, and the referee telling him to just give it up, but there were no Fords in the area, and eventually they do. Connor wasn't quite sure where it was. He did have 5 Indians around him, and he's able to conserve the puck. That'll be backhanded in by Nate Rabidam. Spinning with it, trying to get it out, was Grossman. Now that one will be flipped back behind the net. McGlade getting to it. Back out to Rabidam. Swings it over to Katsy. That one will be sent on net, deflected wide by Brawley. Rabidam nearly able to keep that one in. He flips it back towards the opposite corner. The Fords won't chase after it. Long outlet pass knocked away and taken back the other way by Owen Rabidam. Moving towards the corner, 2-on-1. He'll shoot, and it's saved by Connor. Hartman behind the net. Drops it off for Scuderi. Scuderi into the circle, maneuvering through a plethora of players. Back to Rabidam. His shot is deflected off the post over the right shoulder of Connor. And it caught some iron. Now the Indians back the other way. A nice defensive play there by Katsy to knock the puck away. The Indians trying to get any puck control they can, trailing 4-0, just over 3 minutes to go in our opening period. Rabidam sends it down, and that shot for his brother off the stick of Owen Rabidam was just wide of the net. That puck loose for a moment, chasing after it and controlling it is Liam O'Neill for Souderton. That one way ahead, out of the reach of Evan Thacker, and now the Indians again will control in their own defensive zone. Deflected up high in the neutral zone, and back the other way comes Alexander on the far side. His shot is deflected back behind the net. Alexander showing some flashes. McClatchy moving it ahead. Now it's stopped up against the boards. Back behind the net, handled by Jackson McCormick. That one's flipped up high, didn't go out of play, drifts into the neutral zone. And the Indians control for a moment. It's Malanga who will just flip it into the Fords defensive zone. And it'll be Jackson McCormick trying to control. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the first period at the stadium. The first round of our Flyers Cup AA action here between the Fords and the Indians. The 2-seed versus 15-seed matchup. And the 2-seed Fords have really dominated early. The first of 2 games here at the stadium tonight. Later on, we've got the Conestoga Pioneers and the Neshaminy Redskins, the 7-seed and 10-seed matchup. That one's sent into the slot, a swing and a miss, and now back the other way come the Fords. Moving in is McGlade. Loses control, centers one in front, knocked away. A nice defensive play by Pavazin. Rabidam shot is blocked. Pavazin, a couple of nice defensive plays to keep the puck away from Connor. Those are the type of plays the Indians have been looking for. I mean, Noah Connor's been hung out to dry a couple of times, and this time it's Pavazin, the captain of the team, making some big stops. The Fords looking to move right back into the zone. Just over 60 seconds to go in the opening period. 4-0 Haverford leads. 3 goals from Ryan McGlade and 1 from Connor Lill is the difference in our game. Scuderi trying to push it ahead. It's up in front of the boards near the Haverford bench. A couple of bodies hit the ice. Couldn't quite see the collision from here. Now the Fords will look to move it ahead. A lot of pressure now from the Indians. Applying some extra energy as we end the first period. Scuderi and Alexander still going at it, and now Janney saves that one that came in on net. Here's Fadden. He'll flip that one in. It'll be handled in the neutral zone. Just 10 seconds to go in the period. The Indians seem willing to just wait this one out. It'll be Katsy taking it all the way back behind Janney. And that will do it for the first period of play here at the stadium between the Fords and the Indians. A dominant first period for Haverford. They get out to a 4-0 lead thanks to a hat trick from Ryan McGlade and one goal from Connor Lill. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the second period of play here on the Flyers Cup YouTube channel presented by SFBN.
Haddon Planning Group is an independent financial advisory firm serving all Flyers fans across the country. Located in Pennsylvania since 1981, we will offer a free financial plan to all parents of student athletes participating in the Flyers Cup. For more information about our services, go to haddonplanning.com or call Jake Reardon at 856-428-5300. Haddon Planning Group is an independent financial advisory firm serving all Flyers fans across the country. Located in Pennsylvania since 1981, we will offer a free financial plan to all parents of student athletes participating in the Flyers Cup. For more information about our services, go to haddonplanning.com or call Jake Reardon at 856-428-5300. Haddon Planning Group is an independent financial advisory firm serving all Flyers fans across the country. Located in Pennsylvania since 1981, we will offer a free financial plan to all parents of student athletes participating in the Flyers Cup. For more information about our services, go to haddonplanning.com or call Jake Reardon at 856-428-5300. Haddon Planning Group.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY. Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service.
Hello and welcome back to the stadium for period number 2 between the number 2 seed Haverford Fords and the 15 seed Souderton Indians. A 4-0 lead for the Fords, but that didn't stop the energy in that intermission for the Indians. Benjamin Fadden, number 23 for the Indians, had some strong words for his teammates, a lot of encouragement, a lot of fire in his voice, and we'll see if his team's able to respond here in period number 2. That's the type of leader any team would want. But it has been all Fords to control here in the offensive zone. As mentioned, this is some dominance that we saw in last season's Flyers Cup for the reigning champion Fords. They won their first round matchup 12-1 over North Penn a season ago. Souderton wasn't in the Flyers Cup a season ago. An improvement for the program, making it this year. And an offsides is called as the Fords tried to move back into the zone. The stick of McGlade flying through the air nearly struck the official. And we have a whistle. Ryan McGlade, really the first time he's looked out of control all night. Three goals for a hat trick in the opening period. Really setting his team ahead and putting a lot of pressure on goaltender Noah Connor for the Indians, who sort of settled in after that 10-minute mark. So many of those goals came very early in the first period. 3 of the 4 goals were within the first 7 minutes, all from McGlade, and then the Indians really settled down, got back on defense, made some plays in front of Connor. We'll see if they can continue that in period number 2. It's Johnson. He'll float it down into the corner. Pavazan back to get it. It drifts into the slot now. Here's Lill spinning with it, firing, and that one is saved by Connor. Noah Connor still up to the task, keeping Connor Lill out of the net, looking for his second goal of the night. And this is an Indians team that allows 36 shots on goal per game, so Noah Connor, who's played in 11 of his team's 15 games this season, has certainly faced his good share of shots, over 400 this season. And on the opposite end, the Indians only get 26 shots on the opposition's goaltender. So Connor certainly has had a lot on his plate this season, especially tonight. There's a long shot and they score! Owen Rabadam from the high slot, his first goal of the night. It's 5-0 Fords. Didn't look like it was deflected on its way there. A big blast from Owen Rabadam. His 9th goal of the season, and the Fords now lead 5-0. We've got word that Pennsbury, the 4 seed, is taking down the number 13 seed, O.J. Roberts. They'll play the winner of Avon Grove and CB East. The winner of this game will move on to play the winner of tonight's game. Conestoga Pioneers against the Neshaminy Redskins, the 7 seed and 10 seeds respectively. The Fords look to be on their way, but still plenty of time for the Indians to make any sort of run, but that will be the matchup in round number 2. The winner of this game, the 2 versus 15 seed game, and the winner between the 7 seed and 10 seed game, Conestoga and Neshaminy. Just over 2 minutes gone by here in the second period, a 5-0 lead for the Fords. 3 different goal scorers. 1 hat trick for Ryan McGlade, 1 goal for Connor Lill, and 1 goal for Owen Rabadam. Moving into the zone now is Grossman. Getting it into the corner, but 4 Fords back on defense. There to halt that push. Malanga loses the puck. Here's Rabadam moving on in. His shot goes wide. Owen Rabadam looking for his second tally of the night. Here's Hartman now trying to control. We've got a Ford down on the ice. Looks like it was Scuderi, but he's back on his feet under his own power. Here's the other Rabadam, Nate Rabadam, being pressured hard, gets it to his brother Owen, and they'll send it all the way ahead for Ryan McGlade off his skate. We've got a whistle, and I think we've got a penalty against the Indians. Their second penalty of the night. Looks to be the second against Seth Grossman of the night. Three minutes gone by. We saw the Fords go 1 for 1 on the power play in period number 1. And they'll look to keep that going here in the second period. Already leading 5-0. A high sticking against Seth Grossman. So a 5-on-4 advantage here. Or actually, we've got 5 guys out on the ice. Oh, and another goal. The Fords are pouring it on now. It's 6-0. Just over 3 minutes gone by. And that one's Quinn Carson. His 14th goal of the season. It's 6-0 Fords. And just to clean something up, we've got 1 Ford in the box and 1 Indian in the box, so it is still 5-on-5 hockey. It looks to be Owen Rabadam in there for the Fords. Still 5-on-5 with both of them sitting in the box. But it is a 6-0 Haverford lead. Here in the first round game, the 2 seed versus 15 seed matchup. The Fords taking on the Souderton Indians. Goodwin will send one from the point. Saved by Connor. Into the corner now, moving into the slot. McGlade tried to fire when he fanned on it, and now it's cleared up into the netting and out of play. A solid group of fans here at the home of the Fords. We've seen them show up in bunches, including last season's Flyers Cup. It's no surprise they're out here at a much closer location to their high school to see their team get out to a 6-0 lead here in game number 1 of the Flyers Cup AA bracket. Last season's reigning champs looking to put on another long run. The number 2 seed in this bracket as that spinning shot is saved by Connor. Penridge, the number 1 seed in this bracket, taking on Ridley tonight. looking to put them away up 5-2 with under 2 minutes to go. And Penridge will take on the winner of Downingtown East and Cumberland Valley. Still a close one there. Cumberland Valley leading Downingtown East 4-3 going to the third period. Every first round game taking place tonight over at 3 different locations, Hatfield, Iceline, and here at Stadium. As that one drifts in front, another opportunity for the Fords. Now it slips to the corner, a clearing attempt. Didn't go anywhere, and now a little pushing and shoving down low as the Indians will try and move the other way. Here's Thacker, he'll lose control. A nice defensive play by Katsy. A little physicality up against the boards. Now it's Cunningham for the Fords. Flipping that one all the way into the opposite corner. Over to try and chase after it is Hartman. And now it's the Indians moving the other way. Here's Smith sending one on net, snagged out of the air by Janney. Nicholas Smith, as we mentioned, one of the 2 10-goal scorers on this Indians team, one of the 2 guys that really provides a lot of offense for this team. 23 goals between Grossman and Smith of the 52 the team has scored all season. So they surely provide a lot of offense, and if they're not going, it's going to be a long night for this Indian scoring attack. Here's Hartman up the near side. McClatchy, he'll send one up high, saved by Connor. And it sits in front of him before it's eventually taken away. Trying to get out of there is O'Neal, and he'll send it all the way out. Chasing after it is Alexander. He can't quite get to it. McCormick pushes it ahead for the Fords. Moving back behind Connor. Fords controlling in the corner. Around 6 minutes gone by here in period number 2. Scuderi all the way back to McCormick. Scuderi backhander to McCormick, knocked away. A nice defensive play from Alexander, getting a stick in the passing lane. Now it'll be just tapped in by Hartman, and the Fords will get some fresh skaters out there. The winner of tonight's game will go on to the quarterfinals, which will take place on Thursday, March 10th, against the winner of Neshaminy and Conestoga. Later on tonight here at Stadium as well. That one knocked away by Brawley, but controlled by the Indians. It was Pavazan who got a stick on it. The scoring is certainly slowed down here after another little burst of goals from the Fords. A few minutes without many opportunities for either side. Here's Brawley now trying to change that, moving into the slot. His shot is saved by the left pad of Connor. And now moving the other way with it. Here's Smith, Nicholas Smith, trying to drag it through McCormick, couldn't quite handle it. And McCormick will just flip it back out to the red line. Malonga will flip it back in and chase after it himself. Meets McCormick as they both go down up against the boards. Spinning to avoid a hit was Aiden Johnson as he gets it back to McCormick, back behind Jay Janney. Brawley, once again, moving on in with speed, drops it off. That shot is swallowed up by Connor. Quinn Carson looking for his second goal of the night, but Carson wasn't having any of it. 6 goals tonight for the Fords from 4 different goal scorers. Quinn Carson, Owen Rabadam, Connor Lill all with 1, and Ryan McGlade, who had a first period hat trick with 3 of the 6 goals. Another collision back behind the net. Now a backhander, they score! A tough angle shot puts the Fords ahead 7-0. A pretty backhander off the stick of A.J. Molesky. The 5th different goal scorer for the Fords tonight. who now leads 7-0 with over 9 minutes to go in period number 2. The 2 seed versus 15 seed matchup here at the stadium. The Fords certainly looking like the 2 seed, playing at the level that won them the Flyers Cup a season ago, as that one is sent all the way down for an icing against the Indians. Jay Janney, the puck on his stick now as he sends it all the way back down. Not a lot of action for him, but he does have a lot of experience. He was the goaltender in net last season when the team won the Flyers Cup, made the 2021 All-Tournament team. Comes into this one 12-2, a 93% save percentage, a pair of shutouts, and over 700 minutes played. We haven't seen a lot of him tonight, but he is certainly a sight to see. That one pushed up against the boards, trying to move the other way, and it looks like we'll have a penalty against the Fords. A little bit of a sarcastic cheer from the crowd. And it'll be A.J. Molesky. Or no, 26 showed on the scoreboard. It is Molesky heading to the box. And it'll be a power play for the Indians. Their first 5-on-4 advantage of the night, trailing 7-0 with 8:37 to go here in period number 2. Looking to get some action here against Jay Janney. It'll be Smith on the face-off against Owen Rabidam. Rabidam wins it to his brother Nate, and Nate Rabidam will clear it all the way down. Pavazan controlling the captain back behind the net. Gives it off, and moving the other way is Grossman. Grossman to the circle. The leading goal scorer on this Indians team with 13. As Souderton is set up. That shot is deflected high and up into the netting. Some of the Souderton coaches shouting some instructions from the bench. Probably one of their best opportunities here of the night. With the man advantage, we'll see if the Indians can take advantage of this opportunity. Drifts into the slot. That shot is up over the net and again out of play. Another one that just went over the crossbar. We've seen the Indians strike that crossbar earlier tonight in that first period. And that one ripped off the stick of Seth Grossman, trying whatever he can to get his team on the board. 1:27 to go on the power play for Souderton. Back towards the point, Grossman will control. He'll send one through the slot off the post. Again, the Indians strike iron. Back out to the point, handled by Fadden. His shot is blocked. Nice play by McGlade. He's got 3 goals, but now he makes a play on the defensive end. Moving in is Grossman. Into the slot. His shot is blocked by Katze. Back out to the point, kept in. And now it'll be cleared all the way down as we're under a minute to go on the man advantage for the Indians. The Fords get some fresh skates out there as the Indians look to move in with some speed from their own end. Spinning with it now is Porterfield. Darting along that far side, trying to get across the blue line. He drops it off, and it's knocked away by Scuderi. Now he's hard in pursuit after it. Looking for a shorthanded opportunity. He got it on net. It's covered up by Connor. Gus Scuderi, we've seen him make some moves on the offensive end, but again, another Ford making some prime plays on the penalty kill. Under 7 minutes to go here in the second period. Just over 20 seconds remaining on this power play for the Indians, their first of the night. Drifts back to the point. The Fords, once again, just trying to waste some time on this penalty kill. Rabidam, once again, pushes it back in the Indian zone. Connor bangs his stick as we're back to even strength hockey. Now the Indians should watch out if the Fords try a long outlet pass. It's Hartman now coming onto the ice, and here's Rabidam flying the other way. Rabidam, a fake spin. Now he gets it in the corner. Back to Hartman, looking for a centering pass in front. They get it there. That shot is saved by Connor. A little pushing and shoving in front of the net. The Indians trying to protect their goaltender there. He was able to hop on top of that one and keep it a 7-0 game. We've got word that Avon Grove has won over CB East 2-1. Over at Iceline, they'll play the winner of Pennsbury, who did win tonight. So we've got one matchup set for round number 2. It'll be the 4-seed Pennsbury and the 5-seed Avon Grove is that one in front of the net. Janney able to keep it out. Another opportunity for the Indians. We've got a whistle on the play. It looks like the net might have come out of place. A great chance for Souderton as the whistle blows it dead. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey here with under 6 minutes to go in period number 2. The Fords out to a 7-0 lead. 5 different goal scorers tonight for Haverford. Into the circle. That shot is saved by Janney up into the netting. Nicholas Smith starting to assert himself. We saw the same with Seth Grossman, the 2 main offensive cogs for this Indian squad. It started with the power play, but they're bringing some momentum over here into the even strength game. That one kicked in, and now the Fords trying to move the other way with speed. It's Molesky. Flipping that back behind Connor, nearly bounced in front of him. And now it drifts into the slot where the Indians will move it the other way. Here's Smith, letting one go over the glove of Janney. Kept in at the point by Fadden. Knocked back in, and now Molesky will bank it off and pass the blue line for the Fords. The Indians getting some skaters out on the ice, and now the Fords will try and move it the other way. The puck stuck up in the neutral zone. Falling is Alexander, and now the Fords will control. Molesky all the way from the blue line, snagged on a hop by Connor. He'll drop it off for Malanga. Malanga tries to clear it out. It's knocked back down in the slot. The Fords trying to get a look at it, and now Malanga is the one that's able to take it across the red line. And that shot from the point by Rabidam, taken in by Connor. Owen Rabidam with that one. Owen Rabidam and his brother Nate Rabidam each came into this one with 8 goals on the season. So in that little sibling rivalry, you can give Owen the advantage. He's now at 9 goals this season, 1 goal here tonight in the Flyers Cup. His 1 goal, a part of a 7-0 Fords lead. 5 different goal scorers for Haverford as we approach the 4:30 mark here in the second period. And we mentioned it, Haverford, they were dominant in last season's Flyers Cup as well, outscoring their opponents 27-5. A number 2 seed this season. They were a number 3 seed last season, but that didn't stop them from dominating every opponent they played. And they're back on that track here tonight. For the Indians, they started this season 5-2, a hot start. They proceeded to lose 6 of their next 8, so they're coming in to the Flyers Cup. Not a ton of momentum, but certainly an appearance here is great for the program. Here's Rabidam. His shot is snagged by Connor. A nice save. Pretty enough to get some applause from the Haverford fans. As mentioned, the winner of this one goes on to play the winner of the 7 versus 10 seed. That's Conestoga and Neshaminy. The Fords went 1-1 against Conestoga this season. They did not play Neshaminy. So we could see a familiar matchup from earlier in the season take place on Thursday, March 10th, the day of the quarterfinal round. Here's Katze. His shot is blocked. That was Thacker getting in front of it. Now we've got an arm up, another whistle. It looks like we'll have another penalty coming up with 3:30 to go in period number 2. And it looks like it'll be a Ford heading to the box, not sure. And it is. It's Ryan McGlade. The Indians will go on the power play for the second time tonight. They're 0 for 1. Looking to get back on the right track here and get on the board. We saw some good opportunities for Seth Grossman and Nicholas Smith with the man advantage with some extra space out on the ice for the Indians. A team that scored just on 10% of their power plays this season, only 7 power play goals in 59 opportunities, already 0 for 1 tonight. That one knocked back behind the net. It'll be sent back towards the point. Able to keep it in is Pavazan. Cross ice. There's Smith. There's a shot, and it's saved. Pardon me, it was Grossman with the look. It was knocked down by Janney and some men in front. Over in the 8-9 game, we've got a thriller. Downingtown East leading Cumberland Valley 5-4 with just over 2 minutes to go in the game. We've already seen Pennsbury and Avongrove move on tonight. Downingtown East looking to do the same in a thriller with Cumberland Valley, the 8-seed and 9-seed game. Over there at Iceline. Just over 80 seconds to go on the Indians' power play. Just under 3 minutes to go here in period number 2. The Fords leading 7-0 in the first round of our Flyers Cup AA bracket. That shot blocked by McClatchy. Smith sends one on net. Save by the left pad of Janney. We've got another official's arm in the air. It looks like we'll get a 5-on-3 advantage now for the Indians. Another penalty against the Fords. Janney not quite happy with that one. As over on the other end, it was the bench yelling for Noah Connor to sprint to the bench so they could get that extra attacker. The call is roughing. I'm not quite sure who it was against. No one went immediately to the box, and now it's Lil who will head into the box with Ryan McGlade. Roughing is called. It's a 5-on-3 advantage now for the Indians. Over 2 minutes to go here in this second period. Katze trying to get control of it for the Fords. And now it's Rabidam. Nate Rabidam will send it all the way down. A big clear for the Fords, who are 2 men down right now. It's Nate Rabidam, Aiden Brawley, and Ben Katze, the 3 out there on defense for the Fords. Nice stick from Katze, able to knock it away. And Rabidam trying to skate away from traffic. He's upended, and he still gets it all the way out from his knees. An impressive clear. Connor out there to get it, and Scuderi gets out onto the ice. An impressive change there for the Fords with only 3 men out there. Here's Grossman, the bench yelling to set it up. Cross ice. All the way across. There's a shot saved by Janney. He didn't quite know where it was, and now he's able to close in on it. A nice cross ice feed to Pavazan. 6 goals on this season, looking to add one there. Janney swallows it up. There's only 1 second remaining on the initial penalty against Ryan McGlade. It'll be 5-on-4 in 1 second. Then it'll be a minute and 7 seconds of power play time still for the Indians with the 5-on-4 advantage. The puck is dropped. We're back to 5-on-4. The Fords have killed off the first penalty. But the Indians still have about a minute of power play time. Over the near side, that shot is kicked away by Janney and out of play. Sean Ryan had a look at it there from the near circle. Not a lot of traffic in front there for the Indians. Janney was able to see it all the way through. 1:14 to go here in period number 2 between the Haverford Fords and the Souderton Indians. The 2 seed and 15 seed matchup here at the stadium. That one is cleared all the way down. A nice play from Cunningham. So we're under a minute to play here in the second frame. Moving in with it, a couple of Indians run into each other, and that one will be sent out to the neutral zone, and Rabadam. It's Owen sending that one back behind the net. It bounces in front of Connor. There were no Fords home. 14 more seconds of power play time for the Indians. Just over 30 seconds remaining in the period. That one centered in front. No one was home. Sending that one on net. Janney harmlessly pushes it aside. We're back to even strength hockey. It's Grossman with a shot and a big block from Brawley. And you can tell he's feeling it. A massive block at the end of the penalty kill, and he's struggling to get back on his feet. Just 17 seconds remain in the period. Brawley now back to his feet, and he'll skate off under his own power. You can see he's still feeling it. Getting some help from Aiden Johnson on the way back to the bench. Just over 17 seconds remaining here in period number 2 as Downingtown East, the 8th seed, has won their game over Cumberland Valley. And they will play Penridge in round number 2 once again. The quarterfinals taking place on March 10th, Thursday. "17 seconds to go, an offensive zone draw for the Indians. Looking to get any opportunities here before the end of the period. Into the corner, it's McCormick now behind the net. The Fords, maybe they'll try one more outlet. A few seconds left. And that'll take us to the end of period number 2. 3 more goals here in the second period for the Fords. They lead 7-0 with 5 different goal scorers. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this break for the third and final period of play.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Eldion Padulary in Feasterville, Trevose today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY. Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher.
Hey Flyers fans, baseball's right around the corner. Your Trenton Thunder begin their jam-packed schedule with an opening night celebration on June 7th. Meet Kate Flannery from The Office, grab a Bat Dog Dash bobblehead, and celebrate 4th of July at the Thunder. Daily specials return with $1 hot dogs and Kids Eat Free Tuesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Case's Pork Roll Fridays, and fireworks most Thursdays and Saturdays. There's something going on at every game in 2022. Get your tickets at TrentonThunder.com.
independent financial advisory firm serving all Flyers fans across the country. Located in Pennsylvania since 1981, we will offer a free financial plan to all parents of student athletes participating in the Flyers Cup. For more information about our services, go to haddonplanning.com or call Jake Reardon at 856-428-5300. Haddon Planning.
One period remaining here in our first round matchup of the Flyers Cup AA bracket, here presented by SFBN on the Flyers Cup YouTube channel. It's the number 2 seed Haverford Fords leading the number 15 seed Souderton Indians 7-0. 5 different goal scores for the Fords. It's been a dominant performance, leading 4-0 after one period, adding on 3 more goals in period number 2. And around the Flyers Cup, other first round games in action. It was the number 4 seed. It was Penridge winning 5-2 over Ridley, the number 1 seed over the 16 seed. Downingtown East won 5-4 over Cumberland Valley. Pennsbury won 7-3 over Owen J. Roberts. And Avon Grove won 2-0 over CB East. So those matchups in round number 2 that we know already will be number 4 Pennsbury, number 5 Avon Grove, and number 1 Penridge, and number 8 Downingtown East. One more period to go here in our game before the number 7 and 10 seed game later tonight here at Stadium as well. It's the Conestoga Pioneers and the Neshaminy Redskins. The long intermission is over. The Indians will try and move it in on Jay Janney. Haven't beaten him yet. Janney looking for his 3rd shutout of the season. He had 2 in the regular season. We can already see down over a little bit off the rink some of the Pioneers of Conestoga setting up, getting ready for their game. Scheduled for around 9:15, but that could be affected by the result of this game, depending on how fast it ends. Here's Hartman backhanding it into Rabadam. A big scuffle in the corner for the puck. 2 Indians and 2 Fords converging on it. And it's the Indians coming away with it. It's Alexander pushing it ahead, and Chow will send it all the way down. It's an icing against the Indians. It'll be back in an offensive zone draw for the Fords. Some other scores here around the Flyers Cup in round number 1. CB South out to an early 1-0 lead over Downingtown West. And the number 14 seed Abington taking an early 1-0 lead on CR South. So 2 lower seeds out to the lead. Over in the other parts of this Flyers Cup, the number 2 seed winning handily here, 7-0. Drifting into the corner, Alexander back to get it for the Indians. He's met by Rabadam. Sending that one just beyond the blue line, and now meeting it with speed is Liam O'Neill. He'll try and get into the slot, trying to get a shot away. McCormick did a good job knocking him off the puck. And now it'll be the Fords moving the other way. With some speed, it's Scuderi. 1 against 3 defenders. Scuderi sends one on net, saved by Connor. Flipped out, handled by Johnson. He'll send that one all the way back behind the net. Backhanding that one over the stick of Molesky. Now a long outlet pass. Might have been intended for Chow. McCormick picks it off. Moving on in with some speed. Rabinam. Between his skates. Sends one off the outside of the net. Connor poked it away with his stick as well. Another collision back behind the net. And the Indians will try and move with some speed the other way. Here's Smith. Nick Smith sends one again just over the net and just over the head of Jay Janney. We've seen them hit the post and the crossbar once apiece in this game. And those have really been the best opportunities the Indians have seen tonight. Here's McClatchy. Trying to backhand it. It's stolen in the slot. Trying to get a shot away in front. It's knocked into the corner. Back behind the net, looking to move with some speed was Nate Rabinam, and now they'll slow it down. Back behind the net, it's Rabinam. Gets it over to Ben Cates. Yes, it is Ben Cates. Thank you to the Cates family for correcting us and letting us know the correct pronunciation. As that one is sent back behind the net. Into the corner now. McCormick able to keep it in momentarily. It's Carson trying to keep it alive, and now the Indians and O'Neill will send it the other way. And there's a turnover right around the blue line. O'Neill tries to control, and now it's Quinn Carson back the other way. One of the 5 goal scorers on the game tonight for the Fords. That one is sent in off the pad of Janney and off to the far boards. About 4.5 minutes gone by here in period number 3. A dominant 7-0 lead for the Fords as that one is all the way down and icing against Haverford. It'll be an offensive zone draw for the Indians. The Indians, we mentioned on the rosters, we have only 20 players compared to 37 on the roster for the Fords. The number 15 seed wasn't in the Flyers Cup a season ago. Started the season off 5-2, proceeded to lose 6 of their next 8, but nonetheless still an appearance in one of the biggest tournaments in Pennsylvania. That one will be flipped back into the corner. Cates is there to send it along the boards and back into the neutral zone. Cates controlling again, and once again he'll send it off the boards. Was looking for a deflection. I don't think he got it, and it will be an icing as the Indians will skate us all the way back down to the other end. Not a lot of opportunities for either side here in the third period. 4 goals for Haverford in period number 1, then 3 in period number 2. But nothing for either side in period number 3. This is actually the period that Souderton plays the most even. They have a negative goal differential in all 3 periods, but in period number 3, they've only lost 22-20. So they've really done a good job this year of keeping the game even, at least in that final period of play. That has certainly probably helped them out in some of their big wins. And there's a stick that looked like it was up high, and now back the other way come the Indians. Fighting forward along the boards, and now the Fords will try and move it the other way. Back down the middle, it's Rabinam. Moving on in to the backhand, tries to drop it off, and it was knocked away. A nice defensive effort there from Ryan. Back behind the net, Hartman. Backhands it, was looking for Johnson. It might not get to him. Here's McClatchy. Moving on in, he'll shoot and he'll score! The Fords on the board for the first time in period number 3. It's Ian McClatchy, the 6th different goal scorer of the night for the Fords, and they now lead 8-0. A loose puck in the defensive zone of the Indians, and one of the fastest players on the ice, Ian McClatchy, able to scoop it up and send it home. His 4th goal of the season. The Fords leading by 8. Into the corner now, the Fords come away with it. Lil will send it all the way ahead. It's off the stick of Molesky, and now the Fords will just get some fresh skaters out there as the Indians go back to retrieve. McGlade looking for it. It's pushed back in by Pavazan. Once again, the Fords trying to control in their defensive zone, but the Indians applying some pressure here. Just over 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd and final period of play here at Stadium, the first of 2 games tonight. That puck is lost by McGlade. A spinning attempt by Brawley. Wasn't able to get all of it as it drifted over to the corner. The second game later on tonight. At the conclusion of this one, Neshemini and Conestoga, as that shot is saved, rebound, they score! Batting it out of the air and in was Aiden Brawley. His first goal of the game, his 5th goal of the season, and the 7th different Ford to put one past Noah Connor tonight. It was McGlade putting the initial shot, and the puck shot into the air. I don't think Connor quite knew where it was, and it was Brawley, the recipient of a prime opportunity, as he smashed that one by Connor. It's now 9-0 Haverford. 7 different goal scorers for the Fords. Pushing it ahead, around 9.5 to go here in the 3rd period. And here's Rabidam trying to force a turnover. And now it'll be taken in by Nate Rabidam. Working right alongside his brother Owen, and they nearly collide. And now it's Cates back behind the net, just banks it over to Nate. And Rabidam will try and move it ahead. Cates again back to retrieve, tries an outlet pass, goes over some sticks. Icing is waved off. It won't quite make it all the way to the other end. Fadden back to get it. As mentioned earlier in that first period timeout for the Indians, it was Fadden doing a great job of really getting on and encouraging his teammates, trying to get some fight here for the 15-seeded Souderton Indians in a game that was a tall task coming in, and just looking to compete here with this Ford squad that is the reigning champions in the AA bracket of the Flyers Cup. Here's Scuderi. Swirling with it, spinning into the corner. Scuderi drops it off. Molesky looking for a man in front, works his way around, got stopped by the side of the net. And it looked like he got Fadden up high, and Molesky might be heading to the box as we've got a whistle. And it's actually the other way. It looks like Fadden must have got Molesky first. It's Fadden heading to the box, and it'll be the Fords once again going on the man advantage. A 2-minute power play with just over 8 minutes to go in the 3rd period. Ahead 9-0. 2 power play goals already tonight for the Fords on 2 opportunities. Here's McGlade looking ahead. Takes it across the blue line. The Fords try and set up. It's Carson controlling in the high slot. Fans with the initial pass, then he finds Rabidam. Nate Rabidam sends it on net. Saved by Connor. The rebound in front. It's still loose. They're jabbing at it. Player sitting in the blue paint. And the whistle is finally blown. Noah Connor and two other Indians diving on top of it. It was Pavazan and Alexander both in that paint as well, doing whatever they can to keep the Fords from hitting the double-digit mark. .135 to go here on the power play for the Fords. And that shot from the high slot is snagged by Connor. Got it up near the armpit. Didn't quite glove it, but it did stick to him. And we'll have another draw. Not as big of a crowd as it was earlier tonight for the Fords, but still a sizable amount of people as that save is made by Connor. Scuderi had a great look at it. Rabadam to Carson. Carson tried to send it 5-hole. It got deflected wide. Back to the point, over a minute to go on the power play. Scuderi fires one, saved by Carson. Might have been blocked in front, still drifting in the slot. Jabbing away at it was Grossman. But now again, it's corralled by the Fords. 50 seconds on the power play. That shot is saved by Connor. The rebound drifted in front, but it's knocked away by Ryan. And the Indians finally able to get it just beyond the blue line. Oh, and Rabadam did everything he could to try and keep it in. Now the Fords will reset with about 35 seconds to go on the power play. Rabadam spinning with it, trying to avoid a hit. Scuderi trying to kick it free. It's taken by Nate Rabadam, moving on in. Drops it off for McGlade. The puck loose in front. And again, it's taken away. And a long outlet pass looking for Jacob Chow. Couldn't meet him in stride, but he'll be the first one there for the Indians. Taking some time off this power play for the Fords. They'll just skate it back to the neutral zone. 5 seconds remain on the man advantage for the Fords, and now that'll run out. We're back to even strength hockey. A nice penalty kill for the Indians. Now it's taken. Here's Malanga moving in. His shot is saved, and it drifted through the blue paint just wide of the net. Here's McCormick back the other way. It'll be flipped all the way in by Hartman. Now Brawley got his stick on it, and the Indians again will try and push. They've got numbers if they hurry, moving through the zone, and losing it was Thacker. Back the other way, Molesky. He'll get a shot up high and over the net. It swings all the way back around. McCormick able to recover in the neutral zone. Under 5.5 to go here in the third period. The first round of our Flyers Cup Double-A bracket here between the number 2 seed Fords and the number 15 seed Indians, as that one sent wide, drifts into the slot off a couple of skates. Drifts back to the slot. McCormick, his shot, knocked to the corner by Molesky. Brawley trying to maneuver. It's knocked away from him. Over near Molesky. Some physical play there in the corner. That shot is snagged out of the air by Connor. Noah Connor making his 12th appearance of the season. Saves about 85% of the shots he faces. And getting the start for Souderton in the Flyers Cup. On the other side, haven't mentioned his name too much, but Jay Janney. You remember the name if you're a Flyers Cup fan on the all-tournament team in the 2021 Flyers Cup. Hasn't seen too much action today, but going forward in this tournament, he will certainly play a big role in this Fords team. Another whistle with just under 5 minutes to go here in the third period. We'll have a face-off out at the neutral zone. We can see the whole Conestoga Pioneers team out waiting because they're looking on to see their opponent, their potential opponent. The winner of this game, which looks like it'll be the Fords, will play the winner of tonight's game here at the stadium between the Conestoga Pioneers and the Neshaminy Redskins, the 7 seed and the 10 seed in this Double-A bracket. Flipped all the way to the corner. It'll be Fadden sending it ahead. As the Fords get some new skaters out on the ice. Moving through the zone, Brawley able to take it away. Here's Brawley trying to get a clean stick on it. A bouncing puck was saved by Connor. Back towards the corner. Brawley throws his body at it, not able to control. It'll be knocked away by Fadden, and moving the other way are the Indians. Grossman trying to turn the Jets on, moving into the corner. It's Brendan McCormick pushing it down the ice, and a big collision near the boards. Gets a bit of a rise out of the remaining Haverford fans here in attendance. A good mixture of students and families over there on the Haverford side, and a lot of family support here from the Souderton fans as well. A 2-seed versus 15-seed matchup. A score that you may expect. The Haverford Fords won their first-round matchup as a 3-seed last season. Their first-round matchup 12-1 over North Penn. So they're no stranger to big wins, especially in the Flyers Cup, outscoring their opponents 27-5 in this tournament a year ago. And they're out to a good start here tonight. Without one of their most electric players, Jagger McClellan, last season's Flyers Cup MVP. He's missed some games due to injury this year. And they hope to have him back as this tournament progresses. But the guys on the ice tonight for the Forts have done a fantastic job. We mentioned it, 7 different goal scorers with 9 goal scorers. That one is cleared up into the Haverford bench. And we'll have a whistle. The puck will come back out to the neutral zone. About 2.5 to go here in the third period. The Fords looking to add on tally number 10. Lil sends one in front, deflected wide. Right on the doorstep was Cunningham. Lil with it. He'll flip it back in. As we approach the end of this one, we will have the next matchup here at the stadium, the second of our doubleheader here, the 7 versus 10 seed game. Conestoga and Neshaminy. That one knocked away. It'll be flipped all the way back behind the net. Benjamin Fadden back to get it. Tries another outlet pass intended for Chow. They've tried a couple of those here in this third period. Flipping that one all the way to the far side, and now moving the other way with some speed is Molesky. He'll just send it all the way in and back behind the net. Hartman will be the first there to get it for the Fords. Sending one in front, a nice deflection. Great effort from Seth Gross to get back on defense. 1:20 to go. Molesky working to knock it away from O'Neal. The Fords come up with it. Molesky for Hartman. Flips it back for McGlade. Just over 60 seconds to go here in the third period. Flipping that back wide of the net. McGlade trying to get a rebound on it. Connor dove to make an effort to cover, and instead his team will take it the other way, a 3-on-2 if they hurry. That one will be sent just wide by Fadden. The Indians trying to control in their defensive zone as this one winds down. And a big collision at center ice. A whistle immediately blown, and now some confrontation between Seth Grossman going after Connor Lill. A big collision there at the red line with just over half a minute to play. It'll be Grossman heading to the box, and Lill will head there as well. The referees converging, all 4 of them together. A game that's been dominated by the Fords. 4 goals in period number 1, 3 in the second, and now 2 goals here in the third period. As this one winds down, a 9-0 lead for the Fords. They'll look to move on to the quarterfinal round taking place on Thursday, March 10th. They'll play the winner of Conestoga and Neshaminy. A pair of penalties on each side. We saw this earlier in the game. It'll still be 5-on-5 hockey, just with one man on each side in the penalty box. The Indians control. The Indians, as their season winds down, 7-8 this season. Mentioned it, they had a great start to the year at 5-2, losing 6 of their next 8. But an appearance in the Flyers Cup after not having one a season ago. An impressive feat for this team and this program. So we've got another whistle with just about 5 seconds to go. And the Fords, they'll move on to play Thursday, March 10th. Another dominant win. And it'll be the third shutout of the season for Jay Janney. We didn't have to say his name too much, but it goes on the scorebook as a shutout for Janney and a first-round win for the Haverford Fords. The number 2 seed will move on to round number 2. A dominant 9-0 performance here at Stadium, the first of our 2 games here in Havertown tonight. That'll do it for us for this broadcast between the number 2 seed Haverford Fords and 15 seed Souderton Indians. For Jack Byrne, our producer, Ben Thomas, our cameraman, I'm Luke Milai. Have a great night, everybody.